Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video we will do React and Node JWT based authentication. Our form will have two states. First one will be login and second one will be register. So let me quickly log in into our app, and as soon as we have registered, we have sent the our API will send us this user data and two tokens, this refresh token and this access token. So what we are going to do is we will also implement the refresh token functionality using Axios interceptors and JWT decode methods. So you can also register the user as well. So now I am able to access this home route as well, but I have set the token expiry to one minute to test. So as soon as our token will expire, our Axios interceptor from our code will call our refresh API and our token will be refresh again, and we will cover also many load things. So if I load this, so as you can see our token was expired, so our Axios interceptor call this refresh API and we get this newly refreshed token, and now after that we call the same API and this time we get 201 because our token was refreshed. And even if I reload this, our token, this is our newly token. So thank you very much, see you in the video. Okay, so we will start by creating empty Node.js project. So I will create a new directory with the name server, and I will create an empty Node.js project here. Meanwhile, I'll create one React project, px create React app with the name client. Okay, so let me come back to my Node.js project, and here in server I will create the new file index.js, and this package.json should be here. Okay, so first of all we need to do some settings. So here I will write type module, and now coming back to server, we need to install few packages. We'll start with mongoose, then express, then .env, then json web token, and a few more packages, but I think we will install them side by side. So let me also install pcrypt and let me hit save. Okay, so coming back here, I will import express from express, and here I will also import mongoose from mongoose. It will be installed, it has not installed yet, and once mongoose have been installed, then I will call this function mongoose.connect, and here I need to pass the mongoose database value, but before that I will install MERN as well. And if we come here, so these are the dependencies that we have installed. So it will be MERN, and we will install one more. I forgot what we are missing. I think it will be NodeMon. Yeah, so yeah, let me install these two as well. And here I will add one new script that will be start, and that will be NodeMon index.js, Okay, so let me save this, and okay, so override this. Oops, I think let me install these packages again. Okay, so now I will create here dot new dot environment file, and here now we will define few things, but first one will be MongoDB server, and here we need to write our server path. So I will get my server from this MongoDB Atlas database. So let me copy this and paste it, and here I will replace it with my password, and here I will simply write JWT refresh token. Okay, so let me save it, and here MongoDB server equal to, so first I will add few more things here, like it will use express.json to get to handle post data, and after that I will call Morgan. So we need to import Morgan as well, and I will import dot env from dot env, and here I will call Morgan method, and here I will simply pass tiny so I can see server logs, and after that I will call .env .config here, and here says .env what will be its name, it's MongoDB server, and here I will write port says .env port, and we need to define here port as well. Port will be 5000, and we'll write here as well, and here MongoDB server, and it will return us a promise, and as soon as our DB is connected successfully, then we will start our server on port. So we'll simply console it, server is running, and if it's failed to connect, so I will simply log it to check the reason of the failure. Let's save it, coming back here, and we write npm start, waiting for our DB to connect. Okay, so our DB has been connected successfully. Now we need to define routes of our app. So there will be 4 routes of our app. So first one will be register, it will be a post route. It will be a post route. Second one will be post route as well, and it will be login. Third one will be get route, and it will be refresh, so our token will be refreshed here. And fourth one will be get as well, and it will be protected route. And okay, so these are the 4 routes of our app. So I will simply send register, so to check if this is working. So let's wait for, and let me come to our postman and register, and it will be post. so it has return a slash register. Okay, so now first we need to define the model, our user model. So I will create the new folder here, and there will be new file user.js and port mongoose here, and after that I will create the new schema that will be user schema equal to new mongoose dot schema, and it will have three properties: username, its type will be string, and it will be required, so it will be required as well, and it will be unique as well. So let me copy it 2 times, and this one will be email, and this one will be password. Okay, and password don't need to be unique. Okay, and finally I will import it mongoose model. It will be user model, and here I will pass user schema. Okay, so for the register route I will wrap everything for all 4 routes side catch, try and catch. So let me quickly copy it for all the routes. Okay, so okay, so to register a user, we will first I will fetch the data from, it will be username, it will be email, it will be password. We'll destructure it from body, and after destructuring I will import here bcrypt from bcrypt. Okay, so what I am going to do is I will first bcrypt hash our password using bcrypt library. So let me call it bcrypt dot hash return it password, and here we need to return its salt or rounds. So I will simply return 10, and it will return a service promise, return us hash password. Okay, and so as soon as our promise has been successful, so what I am going to do is to create a new user, import user from here need to write extension as well, and here need to write user properties. So it will be username, it will be email, and our password will be stored in the DB as this hash password. Okay, so after that we will simply save our password, our user into the DB, and after that I will simply turn response dot status will be 21 dot send this user, and if it will be failure for some reason, turn this will be 500, and here I will simply return error. Okay, so here in the postman I will try to create the user. So I will wrap this user name, new user, our email will be test@gmail.com, and finally we need to define a password. It will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and let me try to register the user. Okay, so as you can see our user has been registered successfully. So then I will come to my login route. So again this will be similar as this, and first I will destructure the data. For login out, we will only need user email and password from quest.body, and in the user I will call find one method of a mongoose, and first our first param will be email, and it will if we see here, it will return as a promise. So dot then user. Okay, so if there is no user, in case of failure, so we will simply return response.status 404.send cannot find user. Okay, so if our user has been registered, so what we will do is we will first compare its password. So password with user password. So user password, and here it will return us a callback with two params, error and result. So if in case of error or in case of no result, in case of no result, simply return response.status it will be a callback. So response.status 401 and dot send, it will be either it will be error or it will be wrong password. Okay, so but then so this should not be object. Okay, so if our password has successfully been registered, then we need to create the JWT token as well. So here I will import JWT from JSON web token. Okay, and here I will create two tokens. One is a regular token, our access token, and second one will be our refresh token. So coming back here, and here I will create a new token using JWT dot sign method, and here first we need to pass the secret key. So we need to define our secret keys in our env file. So I will define two keys, JWT secret, and second one will be JWT refresh secret. So you can define any values with it. I will simply write some token key, and here it will be some refresh token key, just to separate both of them. Okay, so now I will create the new key. So first, in the first param, I will its return is ID will be user underscore ID, and its username will be user dot username. Why I am passing these properties, that I will explain it later. Here secondly, we need to pass our secret key. So process dot env dot what will be our key, JWT secret. So let me copy this, JWT secret. Okay, and here I will copy this and refresh token JWT refresh token. Okay, so let me copy it as well to sure I am sending correct. Okay, and after creating these two tokens, I will simply return the response with status 201, and here I will send our user our token and refresh token. Okay, so coming back here, our post route, this time route will be login, and if I try to log in, so as you can see it returns us the our user and with two tokens. Okay, first token will be is token and second one will be refresh token. But here is the thing, it also in the user object it also returns this password, which we don't need. For this what we simply do is we will structure password and rest of, I'll simply name it rest params user dot doc, and what I'm going to do is assign this user key this rest params. Let me save it again and let me this now, and as you can see this time it returns me no password. Okay, so these two things are done, and for the protected route, let me copy this from here. Let me return this, and here I'll simply return response dot status to 1 dot send protected route. Okay, and for this protected route we need to define the middleware, so we cannot so unauthorized user cannot access this protected route. If I come here, if I select this to get and write protected, as you can see we are able to protect this even though we are not passing any token. Okay, so it is already passing, but even if I remove it, we are still able to access this route. So for this, let me create new file auth.js. so it will be a function, so I will define a simple function and it will be an async function response.next. Okay, so again it will be inside try and catch, simply return response dot status 401 dot send unauthorized. Okay, so after coming to here, first what we need to do is we need to get our token. So what I'm going to do is get the token request dot authorization dot request dot get dot, sorry I'm very bad with spellings, authorization. Okay, so if no token, I will simply return the 401 again with the message there is no token. Okay, so coming back to here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to export JWT from JSON web token, and here I will verify our JWT token using JWT dot verify method. Our first param will be our token and our second param will be our secret key that we define. Now here's the thing, I will use this method for both, for this refresh route and this protected route. These both routes will be protected. So what I'm going to do is I am going to simply use only one method. So what I'm going to do is I will get JWT secret from if our request dot original URL dot includes refresh, then I am going to use this key, otherwise I am going to use this upper key, right? So process dot nv dot this, let me copy this, paste it, and otherwise and this time it will be only JWT secret. Okay, so I will pass that JWT secret here, and here there will be two methods. First one will be error and second one will be user, you can name it anything. And now there are two possibilities of error here, either our token is missing or invalid token, or our token is expired. So first I will handle the expired token case. So here if there is error and error dot message is equal to token expired error, then I will return response dot status 403 dot send token expired. Okay, if it's simply error, that means our token is invalid. So I will simply return here 401. I will return here its invalid token. Okay, otherwise what I'm going to do is I will simply add this request to with this user. So if let me show you what this user is. Return response dot send this user. Let me copy it, let me come it, and let me add our middleware here. So this will be our middleware, and I think need to add that extension again. So yeah, I think this time it is added. Let me save it and let me try to access now. Okay, so this time there is no token. So let me create this new, and this will be post. Let me copy this here, and this time it will be a login request with this data. So let me copy the data from here to body and raw and paste it and try to log in. Okay, so this is returning the error. Oh, this is a post route. Let me check here, and I got some error as well. Okay, I think there is some error in our post route. Try and catch ending here, done, and dot post. This is a post route. Yeah, this is a post route. What are the headers? Oh, I think there is a problem with this JSON data. Let me define data again. The name, for example, this will be email. Let me remove it all. Sorry, this will be email. Let me try to send it with only email first. Okay, so there is some problem. Why its data is not coming? Like, I think so we need to select the JSON here. Let me copy it again, paste it. This time it should return as token. Yeah, so let me copy that token, copy it, coming back to authorization, beer token, paste it, and now okay, so I think now we are getting error here. There is no token request.get authorization. I think I'm missing something. Get to let me try it again. Okay, so now I'm able to fetch the token, but we need to split it with space and get it first index. Let me save it again. Let me come here, and now we are getting some error. Token.split 1, and yeah, so this time I'm getting some error. Response.send user and this method ending here. Okay, so server is running, but I'm getting some error. Get bearer, this is my bearer token, unauthorized. Okay, but why it is okay, so I am doing one thing wrong. So this should be authorization like this, and request.get authorization, and let me come again. Okay, I'm getting request.get authorization. Okay, so let me come here, let me generate the token again. Let me copy it from here, come back here, paste it here, and try to access. Okay, so this time I'm able to authorize. So what this is returning us is, this user is returning us is these properties. So now why they are useful is because we are able to identify our user from this. We don't need to send params or something from front end to identify the user. So that is the benefit of this. And what I'm going to do is I'll simply call the next method here, and coming back again here, and now I'm able to get it response. Okay, so finally this is our refresh method. So coming back here, what I'm going to simply do is, first I will simply verify I'll simply verify the refresh route. So simply paste this here, and if our If it is fine, then what I'm going to do is I'm create the new token for the user. New token equal to JWT dot sign. Basically this all process is the same, so let me copy this token from here to here, and I will simply return the response to one dot send the token. Okay, and okay, so this time we don't have any these properties. So what I'm going to do is I will destructure the user from here, this user I will destructure it, and here this time we don't have any this ID, but with simple ID, because this is will not be any mongoose object, and I will simply call the get the new response, new token, sorry. So if I call the refresh, it should return us the new response. So now okay, I need to save it as well first. And let me call it again. So wait a minute, it's an invalid token, so we need to okay, so for the refresh, obviously we need to return this token, because it is identifying ourselves from this token instead of access token. So let me paste it, and let me try to authenticate, and now we are able to authenticate, and it is returning us the new refresh token. Okay, so this was our first part. So in the second part we will do front end, and we will see how we can dynamically generate new access token using Axios. So thank you very much, see you in the next part. Welcome back, guys. In the previous video we have implemented the API part, and in this video we will implement our front end React part. So let me come to React client directory and start the server, and these are some files that we don't need. Okay, we actually need this, don't need this, and we don't need this, so we delete these files. Okay, and yeah, we got some errors, so let me remove that errors, and we don't need these files. Let me save this. We still have one error, so let me remove this as well, and I think I have deleted this as well, and deleted this as well. Okay, so now first I will add tailwind to our app. So to add the tailwind, we need to follow these steps. First we need to install tailwind package. So coming back to here, and we need to install this, and after that we need to run this command npx tailwind initialize. Okay, so our package has been installed. Let me do this, and after that we need to create the new file tailwind.config.js and add this. Okay, so this is automatically created, so let me remove this with this. Let me save this, and after that in the index.css we need to paste it in our index.cs. Let me remove this. Keep in mind that our focus will be less on styling in this tutorial. So yeah, and now I think our tailwind has been added, so we need to also restart the server. So let me restart it, and let me close this additional. Okay, so now After tailwind we need to install, we need two more packages as well. So first one will be Axios and second one will be React Router DOM. Okay, so let me install these two packages, and after that coming back here I will import two things. Import these both things will be imported from React Router DOM. First one will be create browser router and second one will be router provider. Okay, so first we need to create our routes. Const router is equal to create browser router, pass the array of objects here, and first one will be our home route and its path will be slash, and its element will be, we need to first define that element. So let me create the new folder here, components slash, our first will be form component. So let me create this form component here, and we need to import that component here. So let me add this. Okay, so okay, we got one error. Need to add comma here, and now our form component should be rendered here. Let me remove this, and let me see, I got console errors. I think this is different errors. So okay, so now in our root path this should be rendered, but before this we need to define our router provider. Router will be this router. We close this, and okay, so this is rendering. Okay, so now in the form component we remove this, and let me add this flex and justify center, and items will be center, and here I will create the form with few input fields. So form it will also be flex, but this time direction will be column, and its width will be 250 px. Let me end, and okay, so I will also add some margin here, and here I will define input fields of the form. So input, our first field will be text field, and its name will be, this will be username, and its value will be, we define it, and after that we first define the class names for it. So there will be border, its height will be 40 px, and its width will be full. Okay, let me save it and let me view it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is first I'm going to define the initial values from the form. So const values set values, it will be use state, and it will be an object initially. The object has three, it will have three keys: username, email, and password. Initial state of all will be empty, and now I will define the function handle chain that will accept this event, and what this function will do is it will update our state. So it will call set values. This values will be first it will send us the previous state, and here I will set previous, and I will update only the current property. So this property will be updated dynamically. So I will set e.target.name with e.target.value. What this simply is doing is we will fetch this username from this e.target.name and set its value accordingly. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. So now this value will be values dot username, and on chain I will call this metal handle chain. Okay, so now I will also console.log after updating value, so we can see our changes. Let me come here and let me, so as you can see our state of the form has been updated. Okay, so now what we also need to do is we need to define our form state as well. So I will define form state set form state. It will also be in a use state, and by default state will be register. Okay, and I will duplicate 3 more fields. This one will be email, and its name will be email, and here will be email as well. This one will be password, its name will be password, and this will be password as well. And I will define the margin for these 2 fields. Okay, and we save and check. Okay, so after that let me open this. Let me quickly add the placeholder username, copy this, paste it. This one will be password, and this one will be email. Okay, and I will let me quickly add some padding left, copy and paste, and should be removed. This should be removed. Okay, so now finally you will have submit button. So I will call button type is equal to submit. Its class name will be full width bg grade 500, text will be white, and cursor will be pointer on this button, and I think it should be bg sky 500. Its width should be full, and its margin top will be 5. Okay, so now if our form state equal register, then we will render register, otherwise we'll render login, and we will only render this field, username field, when our form is in the register state. So form state equal register, then only we will render this state. So let me close this, and here from the bottom we can change our state. Class name is equal to text center, and cursor pointer. So if the form state equal is register, then we will render already user login, otherwise we will render not a user register. Okay, and on click we will simply update the state of change the state of the form. So form state I will use set form state here, will return as the previous state, and now previous if equal to register, then I will update the state to login, otherwise it will be register. So let me save this and let me come back here, and let me quickly add the height here as well. So yeah, as you can see, our states has been updated dynamically. So what we need to do is I need to submit the form as well. So let me first in the root of our client, let me create the new environment file that will be, and here I will create the new environment variable. It should be start with React tag and base URL equal to TTP. In our case it will be our local server, so it will be localhost 5000, and here I'll create the new folder axios/api.js, and here I will export this Axios, and I will create Axios instance axios.create this, and here I will define our base URL process.env. Let me quickly copy this environment variable to this, okay, and I will import this Axios instance from here. Okay, so now this form on submit will call this handle submit method that we will create. Okay, so let me create this handle submit method, and this will take an event as well. So first we will prevent our page to reload. After that, what we are going to do is we are going to call our API, our backend API. So we need to import this. Sorry, this should be let me wait a minute. Coming back here, yeah, we are exporting this. So import Axios from here, and I will simply replace it with Axios since it's a default export. And after that I will call our API with slash, and we will define here template details and slash. After that it will be our form state. Okay, so I will simply write here form state, and here I will pass our values. Okay, so first let's see what has happened. So this should be an async function, and this should be await as well. So let us first try to register our user. Let me save it, let me come back here, let me test 479 and test 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and 7 8, and let me come here, let me clear this and try to register the user. Okay, so let me come check over here. Okay, so this is returning us 404. So let me quickly check our this method, and I think it should be fine. We are returning getting user email and password. Okay, so now we need to find why it is giving us 404. Okay, so I think our base URL is wrong. It should be okay, so it is 5000, but why it is calling to 3000? For some reason app base URL. Let me check this, and this file is here, and API process dot env tab base URL. So this seems fine, this is fine as well. So let me remove this, let me reload this, let me try to create the new user, and let me come to network tab. And okay, so we are again getting 404 for some reason, cannot post register. Okay, so I think our route is cannot post / register. So this route is defined here. So coming back here, this is a post route. Now from our form.js, wait Axios.post, and yeah, but one thing is getting wrong is this URL. This should be 5000 instead of 3000. Okay, so let me come to here, base URL. If I manually write this here, and now let me clear it, let me call again. Okay, now this time I'm getting course error. Okay, there is no point of course. So coming back to server, coming back here, let me quickly install course, and here we need to define app.use course, and need to import course as well, course from course. Let's save this, let me come back to here, let me clear this, and let me try to register it now. So now I think we are successful. No, we are not getting any response. Okay, we are getting error. So what this error is saying, /register, that and alt arguments are required. So let me first reload it. For some reason, okay, I mistakenly stopped our client server, so let me quickly run it. Okay, our server has been run again, so let me try to register the new user, and let me enter the password. Okay, So I have failed, so no response. I haven't received no response. Okay, I don't know what is happening here. I am stopping. Sorry guys, my terminal was creating some problems, so now my both servers are running on different terminals. So let me reload it and let me try to register the new user now. Okay, so let's wait, let's see what it is saying. Coming back here, so we are getting error, data and salt arguments are required. Okay, so first let me come here and okay, so I'm doing this mistake. This should not be an object because this is already an object. So okay, let me clear it, let me try it again. Okay, so this time we have successful, our user has been registered successfully. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in. Okay, I have been logged and this is I am getting from login. So what I'm going to do is from here I will destructure status, and from data I will destructure two things, token and refresh token from this. And now if our status equal 200, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set both these tokens in our local storage. So first one will be simple token and second one will be refresh token. This will be refresh token, and I will import use navigate from web router DOM const navigate is equal to use navigate and use navigate. After that I will navigate this to new router, which is home. Okay, so I will quickly add the new component here, which will be home.js. So this should simply print this because we are only tested for our refresh token. So let me save it. Coming back to our app.js, I will create the new route here. This will be /home, and here I will render home component. Okay, so let me come to here. This is my payload, so let me quickly copy my email. Create, and this will my password. Okay, so now first let me check. Okay, so these two things are set, but our token, it returns me back to this route for some reason. Let me check here. We check the home and coming back here, and home route should be this. Okay, so navigate /home. Okay, let me manually try to access /home. Okay, this is home. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is in this home.js I am going to, as soon as our component is reloaded, I am going to call this protected route. Okay, but as you can see, this is a protected route, so we need to attach our token for this to access this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, coming back to our home.js, I will call this useEffect method. This will turn as a callback, and here I will call the IIFE, immediately invoke function expression. So this will be an async function, and let me call it as well. And here our second value will be array. So I will export this Axios. Let me only read Axios dot get this slash protected. Okay, and let me add await as well, and we need to obviously pass the token as well. So I will get my token from local storage token, and here I will pass the header object, and first one will be authorization, and here I will send bearer, and this will be token. Okay, so yeah, let me save it. Let me come back to here, and coming back to here, come back to network. Let me save it. But okay, I'm able to access this protected. So what I'm going to do now is coming back to my login route, and for wait a minute, for this route what I'm going to do is I'm going to expires in 1 minute. I only create this token to expire it in only first minute, so we can check our refresh token functionality. So let me save it. Now let me come back to here. Let me log in here and log in again. Okay, so now coming back to here, now my both not both, but this token will be only available for only 1 minute. After 1 minute it will be expired in the backend. So what I'm going to do is I'm coming to this file, and I will use Axios interceptors to refresh it dynamically. So what I'm going to do is I'll simply use Axios interceptors dot response dot use. I'll get the response here, and if there is no error, I will simply return the response. But if it's error, so it will be a function, it will be an async function, because we will call our refresh token API, and function error, I will get this error. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to first we will check that what response we are getting from the backend. Okay, so first I will check original request equal to error dot config. This is returns us all the params of our request. Okay, so after that we will first check if our response is 40403. That means our token is expired. Okay, so if you come back here, this is returning 403 in case of our token expired. So let me come back here, and now if our token has been expired, so if error dot response dot status equal 403 and not original request of retry. Now why I am adding this, because I want to prevent this infinite loops. Okay, so first time it will be false. So as soon as I enter this if statement, first I will set this to true. Okay, now after it is set it to true, I need to do one thing. I need to first get our refresh token from the local storage. So let me get my refresh token from fresh token from local storage, and now from this refresh token I need to call my refresh API to get the new token. After getting this, I will call my this refresh route, and obviously I need to send this refresh token as well, and it will return us the new token. Okay, so let me come here and I will fetch the data from here, and this will be await Axios instance dot get will be slash refresh, and here again in the headers I need to send my refresh token as well. So it will be let me cut it from here instead of typing it all. So I will send it here, and I will send my token here. Okay, so now as soon as I get the new token from here, so first I will replace my old token from local storage with this new token, and I also modify that the old token from our headers to with this new token. So new request dot headers dot authorization is equal to it will be this data. Okay, and after that I will continue the old request. I will call this Axios instance method, and here I will pass original request. Now if this condition is not true, I will simply call dot reject and error. Okay, so okay, this should not be error but error. Okay, so now coming back to this network, let me reload my protected route. Okay, so now I think this is not expired yet. So first in the login here, okay, so this should be now expired in 1 minute. Okay, so let me log in again here. Coming to login, coming back to here, and this is time now. Okay, so I think there is some issue in the front end in this component. So why it is not status equal to 1 handle submit. Okay, first I I forgot to set this as well. Let me save this first, and coming back to here, now if I log in, now this time I come to home, and okay, so now our token should have been expired in 1 minute. So coming back to here again, let me explain this again. So now if our token is expired, so backend will return us 403 response, and we have used this to prevent infinite loop. So as soon as this user come into this if statement, we set this to true. Now we get this refresh token from the local storage, because if I come here in our index.js, this refresh route also need auth middleware, so that's why we are doing this, and we are passing that token for this API, and after that we set this newly updated token in our local storage, and we also modifying the original request from that old token to this new token, and we are again recalling that original API. Okay, so let me come back here. Okay, so now I'm getting this for one, for some reason invalid token. Okay, so for some reason let me coming back to here, why this is not calling. If error and error dot message equal token expired error. Okay, so root authorization, coming back to here, authorization bearer token local storage get item token. So yeah, this is calling, but it should not return as 401. Okay, give me some time. Okay guys, I have identified my mistake. So we are doing that, we were doing this little small mistake. Instead of message, this should be the name. Like if error dot name of this should be, then return 403 response. I'm getting this from this JSON web token GitHub repo. So they have explained this all this with documentation. I was using this name, instead it should be the name. So now if I come here, if I reload this, okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to log in again, coming back here with my name, let me log in again, and now our token is set to expire in 1 minute. Coming back to here, and this is our newly set token. I have set these names dynamically. You can set according to your choice, and I have not set the expiry time for this refresh token, so we can also set that, but I think by default it is for 1 hour. I'm not exactly sure. So coming back to here to check if my token has been expired. So yeah, no, it is still valid, so it should be expired in 1 minute. It is still valid. It is simply returning us this string from this yeah. So let me try to log in again. Okay, so now you can see first time our token has been expired. So what Axios interceptor is doing, it's called this refresh API, and that refresh API is it's called this refresh API, and that refresh API has sent us the newly token, and that newly token We again call the same API using again Axios interceptors, and this time we were successful because our token has been updated. Now our token is still valid for 10 minutes, so even if I reload it, it will be successful. So this was our video, guys. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it. So thank you very much.